Yeah, as you can see, this is the face of Maxwell Odum, who defrauded a lot of Nigerians who invest in his trading platform.
Who else?
Face here.
The essence of the protest is to make our voices heard. We are not here against EFCC. Rather, we are saying that whatever EFCC is doing, EFCC should make sure that they prosecute and that
What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back.
we need our money back. Please, the chairman of the victims should address. When he finishes,
By the side.
when he finishes, I will now address. Yeah. So, chairman.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, media. Good morning, rather. Good morning, everyone. That is the level of damage that Maxwell Odum has caused to all of us. But we hardly know the time of the day now. Well, we woke up to a sad reality in the first week of November 2020 to get a very repugnant information that the man called Maxwell Odum, the owner and CEO of MBA Trading and Capital Investment Limited, MBA TCL Limited, have defrauded Nigerians in their thousands. Over 125,000 Nigerians, according to CBN record. This man has swindled our money amounting to over 171 billion naira. Up to date that I speak with you, he is nowhere to be found. News have been making the rounds all over, especially in Port Harcourt, that he has bought over EFCC and nobody can do anything to him. It has been a rumor all over, and that is why we came here from different parts of Nigeria to come and ask Mr. Abdulrasheed Bawah, the man who is the face of integrity in Nigeria, to ask him if this is true. Mr. Abdulrasheed Bawah, is it true that Maxwell Welle-Odum, a fraudster, have bought over a government agency, the EFCC, to the point that Nigerians are suffering, wallowing in poverty? Children cannot go to school anymore. Parents cannot pay school fees anymore. People have been abused and insulted by their landlords and landladies. Maxwell have kept Nigerians in deep poverty. It is so unfortunate that this same Maxwell Odum, was given an award in 2019 and 2020 as the best partner in Christ Embassy. We wonder what kind of partnership that is. That after partnering with your church, you can no longer pay investors back their money. We are asking the authorities to find out what sort of partnership is this. How much of our money has been donated to Christ Embassy Church? Pastor Chris is a man we have followed for years. We respect him. But for him to have given an award publicly to a fraudster, Maxwell Welle-Odum, we are totally disappointed. We want to ask, what is happening with investors' money? Over 171 billion. And then another reason why people were motivated to invest in NBA was that one Alhaji Suleiman Ahmed in Aso Rock during the 2019 NBA summit publicly endorsed NBA to have passed all clearance, to have passed through all integrity tests, and that Nigerians are free to invest. With that coming from the presidency, we felt free and invested after all this man has been cleared, only for us to meet our Waterloo. Mind you, we did not invest in a Ponzi scheme. We invested in Forex. Forex is a legitimate business all over the world. All over the world. We invested in a company that gave us contract to sign. We all signed the contract legitimately, making it a legitimate business. Now all the branches of the companies have been shut down. We don't know where the CEO is. Our money is since November 2020. No way to get it. No way to retrieve it. Please, we call on the Interpol. We call on the EFCC. We call on the FBI to immediately swing into action and make sure that this man, Maxwell Welle-Odum, is arrested, detained, and compelled to refund investors' deposits and accrue benefits. This is our demand.
We need our money.
We need our money.
We need our money.
We need our money. We need our money.
We need our money. We need our money. We need our money back. We need our money back. We need our money back.
My name is Christian Agadaga. I'm the chairman of victims of NBA Forex fraud in Port Harcourt.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do we want?
We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. We need our money back.
And the secretary will address.
Okay, people from different parts of the country, you can see somebody that spoke with us said he came from
Please,
Port
first of
Harcourt.
all, I want to thank the media for coming to our aid. This has become a public embarrassment, and we are very grateful that you are here with us in solidarity, in our pain, in our agony. We thank God that we are the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, and we want to make emphasis on what has happened. It's imperative to note that we are coming from all quarters of Nigeria to come and make a plea to the EFCC because of what we are hearing concerning our money. Most of us can no longer take it that a man called Maxwell Odum, the MD and CEO of NBA Forex, have run away with our money. We are not comfortable with that. I want the EFCC to bring this man to justice. Because we cannot, I say it categorically, that we cannot take it from him that this man, having claimed to have all clearance from Central Bank of Nigeria, from SEC, from EFCC, to float a foreign trading company, and today he can no longer keep to the agreement we had with him. Getting to 1 year now is quite embarrassing, and we must let you know from the information we have that he has connived with EFCC to go away with our money. He is boasting that there's nothing we can do about it, that he has EFCC in his pants. That's why we have come to EFCC headquarters to find out if that is correct. But we are very confident that EFCC will do all they have to do to clarify that fact. Please, I want you to know that in 2019 and 2020, just like as the chairman said, a religious organization, Christ Embassy Church, gave this man an award as the best financial partner of these 2 years, 2019 and 2020, in the volumes of billions. And we are calling on EFCC to use all necessary means to find out if this is correct. If EFCC find out that this is correct, that this man gave Christ Embassy Church over 2 billion naira, as you can see here, this is where the award was given, they should retract and retrieve this money. They should retract and retrieve back this money to investors. Yes. My dear, to be very honest with you, investors are not happy. Investors are not happy. At all. And our investigation has it that all the financial transactions this man had with Sterling Bank, he has raised it out. He has connived with the bank to erase all the financial history that he has with Sterling Bank. And please, we are using this opportunity to call on Central Bank of Nigeria to make sure that they find out this allegation. If it is true, Sterling Bank management should be called to order, because we are on a reliable information that Sterling Bank has erased all transactions that they had with this man. Please, it's important. And another thing you must know is that we are all frustrated. We cannot take it anymore. Most of us are sick. We are suffering from high BP because most of us invested in billions. Most of us invested in millions. And this man thinks that he's smart. Please, we are calling in EFCC. We are begging and we are pleading. Please come to our aid. Maxwell Odum is not bigger than Nigeria. He's not bigger than anybody. He's not bigger than the law. We are calling on EFCC, please. We are begging on the most integrity institution of Nigeria, or the EFCC, to please come to the aid of investors in NBA Forest. It's an appeal we are making. We are helpless. This is an institution of government, and there's no other place we can go to. This is the most civil way to appeal to institution of government to come to our aid. We cannot fight him. We have collectively contributed billions of naira to this man, and he's not using it as a force. He's not using it as an instrument to fight us anywhere we go to. Both the police, both the EFCC, both the SEC, everywhere he's telling us that he has the money to pay them off. Please, we are begging on EFCC to use their integrity, and call Maxwell Odum to order, to beg, compel him to pay investors their money. Please, we are begging international communities, we are begging all Nigerians of living conscience to appeal to EFCC to come as well to order. Let him pay us our money. We are sure that he has money. He still has our money with him, and we know very well that our money is still with him. The only thing I must tell you here that is emphatically very true is that we are not going to give up. We are not going to give up.
Yes, sir.
We are not going to give up. Maxwell, well, Odum must pay off our money. It is emphatic.
Our money
It
back.
is a reality. No matter where he runs to, the arm of the law will catch up with him.
Yes.
We are very sure of that. Honestly speaking, we are very sure of that. And we are appealing on the gentleman, Mr. Bauer. He is a man of honor. He is a man of integrity. To use his good office to bring this gentleman to justice. Thank you and God bless you. My name is Mr. John Paul Oso. I'm the General Secretary of Victims of NBA nationwide.
What do you want?
We need our money back.
What do you want?
We need our money back.
What do you want?
We need our money back.
What do you want?
We need our money back.
Well, my name is Comrade NFR George Will. My name is Comrade NFR George Will. I am the chairman and executive director, Leadership and Citizen Development Center, a non-governmental organization in Nigeria. And our office, this matter was reported to our office, and we did what we call shadow investigation, and realized that the company in question is a Ponzi scheme and a fraudulent company. Our organization did our shadow investigation and realized that NBA Forest is a Ponzi scheme, and the scheme ab initio set up to defraud Nigeria. We have led NBA victims to do a petition to the EFCC zonal office in Port Harcourt, where the headquarters of NBA is located. Just for the records, NBA have 14 offices across the length and breadth of Nigeria, including Abuja. But we did a petition to the zonal office where the headquarters is located. And of the truth, EFCC and the zone have been investigating. Although it is taking too much of time, and we have equally availed them all the necessary information and dropped the facts before our EFCC. However, rumors are becoming rife, and some agents of NBA is boasting that they have EFCC headquarters in their past, and they can do anything and nothing will happen. Now, whatever noise we are making, we are just making noise. Let me state very clearly. We just only mobilize ourselves here as representative. The people you are seeing here are just representative because we understand how the country is. That if EFCC failed within the shortest time to retrieve the money of investors, arrest and prosecute Masolodu, our organization in conjunction with the victims will let go that choice to mobilize the mother of all protests to EFCC headquarters. And this is not a threat. We are saying that while we don't believe the rumor, in any case, Mr. Bauer was in Port Harcourt, and he is one of the finest officers as far as EFCC is concerned. We want to believe that he is still maintaining that stand. We want to believe that he is still Mr. Bauer that we know. We are saying that we will give the EFCC the benefit of the doubt, which in any case they have been, to be honest with them, so far, the relationship we have had with the zonal office, we have been enjoying fantastic relationship. Before this rumor came up, we are saying that if after giving us a reasonable time, and they don't do the needful by arresting and prosecuting them, just as we have in other parts of the world, where fraudsters are arrested and prosecuted. We will not do that choice. Our organization will not do that choice to mobilize in conjunction with investors all over the country to shut down the EFCC national headquarters. This is basically our call.
You are right.
This is basically the reason why we are in Abuja. So, use our representative to convey our message. Thank you very much.
State the rumor that he has paid off EFCC.
The rumor is that the rumor making rounds, especially in Port Harcourt where EFCC, the rumor making rounds, especially in Port Harcourt where NBA office is located, is that there is nothing investors will do. That all the noise we are making is just the usual Nigerian drama. That NBA have bought over EFCC national headquarters. And there is nothing that we can do. We want to believe that this is a rumor. And that if EFCC fails within reasonable time to arrest and prosecute Maxwell Odum, the owner of NBA, if they fail, we will not believe that that rumor is true, and we'll be left with no other choice to mobilize investors and shut down the EFCC office.
Yes, you are right.
Thank you very much.
Sir, before you go further, apart from this protest, has there been any formal petition against this man to the EFCC?
Yes, like I said, that we did a formal petition to the EFCC zonal office in Port Harcourt where NBA headquarters is located. And like I said, we have been enjoying a fantastic relationship with the NBA zonal branch there.
Yes,
We have been enjoying a fantastic relationship with the EFCC zonal branch there. However, there is a rumor now that the EFCC headquarters have been bought over and that nothing would happen. So that is why we are in the headquarters now to state that we don't believe this rumor. However, if after a reasonable time, the EFCC refuses to do the needful, we will be left with no other choice to, in conjunction with investors, mobilize the model of all protests at the EFCC headquarters.
Your name and your organization?
My name is Comrade NFR George Will. I am the Executive Director, Leadership and Citizens Development Center.
You need to interview me.
What do we want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back.
Just hold on.
Let me also bring it to the notice of everybody in Nigeria. Let me also bring it to the notice of the right government agencies in Nigeria that are saddled with the responsibility of arresting and detaining and prosecuting Maxwell. That such a fraud happened sometime in America, perpetrated by a man who claimed to have mastered forex business. His name is Bernard Madoff. But to summarize it all, in 2009, that Bernard Madoff, who is late now, was sentenced to 150 years imprisonment to a North Carolina correctional facility.
Yes, clear.
We are asking that since Maxwell have perpetrated same evil, we should not only copy America only in their democracy, we should copy them in the fight against corruption too. Maxwell Odum should be given the Bernard Madoff treatment.
Yes.
America cannot be saner than Nigeria.
Yes.
We must copy and copyright. Let me also bring this notice. This is a free information to Pastor Chris Oyakilome, the man I respect and love so much. A couple of weeks ago, I boarded a commercial taxi, and what people were gossiping in the taxi is that how can a man, a respected clergy, allow pastors in his church, not just Maxwell, so many pastors in his church have absconded with people's investments, all in the name of forex. I carefully listened to what they were saying, and they even said it is the same character, this same attitude of keeping on golden silence that made his wife, Anita, to also leave him. This is not good for a man of God. Please, Pastor Chris Oyakilome, take your eyes back to Matthew chapter 16, verse 13. When Jesus Christ, the greatest example we have in Christianity, said to one of his disciples, Peter, "Who do men say I am?" Public perception matters a lot. Pastor Chris Oyakilome was so fast to condemn federal government effort against the fight of COVID-19. He cannot be quiet now that his pastors are defrauding people. We are calling his attention to follow Christ's example and repair his image, because his picture floating all over the internet where he took pictures with a fraudster is enough to damage his reputation. Please, we need our money back.
We need our money back. We need our money back. We need our money back. What do you want? We need our money back. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. What do you want? Let's a good man's work. EFCC. 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 Let's a good man's work.
Tell us how much. You are paying out there, just express your pain. Okay. No,
the generator, you gotta go hand like this.
Another victim is about to share experience, how she got to know about the investment, and how much.
Are you saying that?
No, he wants to bring the dad megaphone.
Alright, cool.
Let's put out your name. She don't need that.
She doesn't need it. It's just an interview with us.
Yes.
Tell us your name.
My name is
Can you move this?
Bashida. My name is Bashida.
Okay.
When did you invest? I invested last year. I invested 101 million. In 2 ways.
Speak loud and be strong.
She's not talking to you. She's talking to the camera.
I invested 360 for myself, and I invested 680 for my children, so that I will be able to use it to take care of their needs, their school fees and all. That's one. Let's 102. So along the way, they are paying the IWAG normally.
Return on investment.
Data, data they stop. So we are like, what is happening? This thing is just starting. Why is everything like this? We went there to ask questions because nobody is there to give us any answer. We just notice that the things are just upside down. And before you know it, they close up this thing. Initially, they were telling us, sending messages, telling us no problem, it's due to this, due to that, they are going to do something about it. But nothing is then now. And this thing has affected a lot of people. A lot of homes scattered because fathers can no longer take care of their homes. Mothers cannot even see anything. Things are so bad that it's unfair. So that's why we are here to protest, so that let the EFCC come to the
How did you know about it?
My friend told me about it when I was like, I want to start a business, what can I do? Like MBA that she has been
MBA, what they have been
2006, 19. But it's a nice thing that when it comes to my business, I was like, I think that will be it. What is it all about? I said the forest something. I'm doing something that is good for myself and the kids. So that's why I'm trying.
So the return of an investment, how long will they pay you, and then what was the percentage?
Okay, see on because the payment on that
mine is now
Did you refer people?
Eh?
Did you refer people? Did you bring in people to join you?
Any referral?
No. I can't do things like that. I just have to do this because it's something that since I'm doing to do the
Okay, that's it from my end.
Okay, you can ask more questions now.
All right, Nigerians, as you can hear, that's one of the victims who just shared her experience and the amount she invested. And as you can see, it is not for us to just lament. Ours is not just to lament, but to ensure that we have a sane society, as you can see.
For the fact that I wasn't financially capable at that point in time. MPA was being introduced to me by two pastors in Christ Embassy. You know, believe me, I'm actually here to stand and show solidarity with my fellow victims, you know, against the crime, you know, of Mr. Maxwell Odum using Forex, MBA Forex. And again, for the fact, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
now, then I actually made my due diligence so that it was actually registered with several organizations, which includes EFCC, where we are currently at now. You know, several recommendations, you know, for several recommendations from pastors, whether directly or indirectly, and one or two recommendations also from Asoro. You know, but now for the fact that I was actually financially incapable, that's why I didn't join the investments due to the corona pandemic at that point in time. You know, if I was actually financially capable, I would have invested and I would have been duped. You know, so I was slightly lucky, but still, you know, injustice for one, it's injustice for all. Samuel Gabriel.
Thank you. They are giving the EFCC time to
Okay.
benefit of the doubt to invest.
Now, Nigerians, as you can see and hear, a lot of comments are flowing in, and what I just want Nigerians to understand is that a lot of people are fall victims of all this trading platform, and many are not aware either they can do it on their own or not. But either they can do it on their own or not, it's not the issue here. But how we can fight all these fraudsters hiding behind pastors and government aids. This is what these people have come to do right here today, to make sure that Nigeria sees what is going on. Yeah, I've had a lot of news about those who did, who actually invested in this MBA. About 3 families have divorced, 2-3 women whose husband divorced them because of this. So, and a lot of homes are falling apart because people really invested a lot. I heard some people invested 6 million, millions like that. that we cannot just continue to mention here. So as I said earlier, ours is not just to lament, but to ensure that we all fight for a society, a sane society, whereby we can have a free state, a state that is free from fraudsters, a state whereby people can be confident of investing their money in a trusted platform.
We want our money back.